What's up, guys? This is Dino here, and today I'll be adding the next part to What If Ash Was Born in the Dragon Clan series. First of all, I'm really sorry if you can hear some music in the background because there are some dickheads in this world who don't know how to follow a rule. So basically, there is a rule in my country which states that after 11:30 in the night you cannot play music on loudspeakers. But there are just some retards in this world who don't know how to follow a simple rule and intend on making everyone's life a living hell. So apologies for that. I will try my best to filter it out, but if somehow it creeps in, I'm really sorry. And yeah, just make sure that you have watched all the previous parts because it would be really difficult to understand the story. But regardless, I will just provide a short recap from the last part, in which Ash challenged Claire for the Rising Badge in his hometown of Blackthorn City, and bringing his character arc of Larvitar to a full circle, it evolved into a Tyranitar and was able to defeat Dragonite. The supposedly weakest starter defeated the most strongest starter of the Dragon Clan, and now with 8 badges in hand, he's finally eligible to challenge the Pokemon League. And now we pick up where we left off. After defeating Claire, Ash straight away went to meet the Elder. There, there the Elder told him that he was proud of him for finally achieving his dream of getting the Rising Badge and proving everyone in the village wrong. However, told Ash that his journey does not end with proving villagers wrong, but his main focus should be proving himself right, and there is only one way to do this: to defeat Lance and become the undisputed champion of the Johto region. Asks him for advice going through the victory road, and the elder tells him that whenever he feels that he's getting tired or that the victory road is getting too tough for him to complete, to just recall that why he started his journey in the first place, and no matter what hurdles and what adversities he faces from here on now, the biggest adversity that he has the biggest adversity that there was to overcome, he has already done it, and it was regaining his confidence after a crushing defeat. So whatever happens from now on will mostly be smooth sailing. With this advice in his head, Ash sets off for the victory road. After a day of traveling, he finally reaches the entrance to the cave. There he meets a lot of familiar faces. He meets his friends, Jackson and Dithan, both of whom have successfully managed to get the 8 patches and are now here for the final competition before the Elite Four. He also meets Silver, who really gives him the cold shoulder here, completely ignoring Ash, still thinking that he's the weakling from before. Ash has never won a battle against Silver, so that's something that he definitely wants to get back. But then his eyes catches a glimpse of another one of his rivals. This is Draco. When meeting Ash once again, Draco, this time instead of greeting him with contempt and arrogance, it greets him respectfully. Ash is surprised by this, and Draco tells him that he had a humbling loss against Claire, which forced him to look at his journey a bit differently. This finally motivated him to train harder than ever, and that's the reason why he's there. And before he becomes the champion of the Johto region, his main goal is to defeat Ash and and prove to himself that he has finally learned his lesson about not being overconfident. Ash wishes him the best of luck and tells him that they will definitely meet at the end of the victory road. While they are all standing there, the proctor announces that the victory road tournament is about to begin. Each trainer will have 6 Pokemon on hand, and they will battle inside the victory road. The only trainer, the only people who will qualify for the final round will be the ones who emerge from the victory road with at least one of their Pokemons intact. In the situation that all of the entire team a trainer has on hand has completely fainted and are unable to battle, the trainer will be disqualified and eliminated from the tournament. Another way of getting eliminated would be if a trainer voluntarily decides to give up. So with those rule sets out of the way, all all the trainers present there rush into the cave, trying to eliminate each other before the final conference, thus narrowing down the competition. The first challenge Ash faces is against an ace trainer, Callum. He, did I just say Callum? Just pretend some random name. Ace trainer A. Just go with that. He challenges Ash to a battle, and upon noticing Ash's outfit, he concludes that Ash is from the Dragon Clan. So the first Pokemon he sends out is an Ice type, Delibird. Ash sends out his Dunsparce to battle it. The battle starts off with both Pokemon trading long-range attacks, until a lucky Ice Beam from Delibird manages to freeze Dunsparce. This leads into the Ace Trainer letting his guard down, and Ash orders Dunsparce to charge up a flamethrower and hit Delibird with it. The Fire-type attack melts through the ice and hits Delibird with a super effective connection, which takes it out. The next Pokemon that the Ace Trainer sends out is his Golem. Ash immediately switches Dunsparce for Milotic. Golem starts off with a rollout attack which Milotic barely manages to dodge. However, the momentum from hitting the cave only increases the power of the rollout, and Milotic is forced to go for a Hydro Pump, which washes through Golem and does some massive damage. However, just before it faints, Golem goes for an explosion attack, which destroys a large area of the cave and also takes Milotic out of the occasion, rendering it unable to battle for the rest of the tournament. Ash Ash is disappointed at this, but thanks to the huge explosion he is able to escape the battle, thus, thus preserving the rest of his Pokemon for a later round. While he is trying to escape the cave, Ash encounters some Rocket Grunts, who recognize Ash from spoiling their plans at the Lake of Rage. They immediately challenge Ash to a battle, but Ash asks them how did they even manage to get in here. The only trainer who are allowed in the Victory Road are the ones who got all the 8 gym badges. But the Rocket Grunts tell Ash that they are not here to compete in the Pokemon League. They have officially raided the Victory Road to defeat all the trainers present here and take away all the strong Pokemon. If you think about it, it's a really cool strategy because the only trainers who make into the Victory Road are the trainers who have strong Pokemon on hand. So this will be a golden opportunity to take away their Pokemon. Ash, deciding to put an end to this, sends out his Dragalge, and the Rocket Grunts sent out their Muk. Dragalge is able to combat the two poison types at once really well, just showing how far Ash has come on his journey. It is able to snipe down one of the Muks using a Dragon Pulse attack. However, the other one manages to hit it with an Ice Punch out of nowhere. This causes some massive damage on Dragalge, but it manages to hold on and snipe it down with a Dragon Pulse, thus rendering the Rocket Grunts useless for the time being. Ash takes out a potion from his bag and sprays it on Dragalge, trying to heal its HP a bit. However, just then Dragalge begins to float in the air with a purple aura surrounding it, before a massive explosion takes place and Dragalge is down for the count. Ash recognizes it as being a psychic attack, and as he looks back, he sees his arch nemesis Yusin with his Alakazam. Yusin tells Ash that he was expecting to find him here, and now is the time to settle the score. He spoiled his plans at the Lake of Rage and embarrassed him, and now he will have his payback. Without even Ash sending it out, Sceptile lets itself out of the Pokeball, keen on battling against his rival Alakazam. This will be the third battle between the two Pokemon, and they both start off with Energy Ball and Psyshock respectively, which results in a massive explosion. Then Alakazam uses a Psychic attack to suspend Grovyle into the air and hold it there. It then fires off 3 Shadow Balls. Grovyle is somehow able to fire off a Dragon Pulse. Sorry, Sceptile is somehow able to fire off a Dragon Pulse and intercept one of the Shadow Balls. But the other two hit it and do some massive damage. Alakazam then charges up another Shadow Ball, but this time Sceptile counters it with an Energy Ball. Energy Ball is able to overpower Shadow Ball and hit Alakazam with both the attacks, causing some massive damage. Alakazam falls down, and then Yusin tells Ash that now is the time to get serious. He reveals a Mega Stone in his hand, and Ash quickly resorts to do the same. Both the Pokemon start to glow and undergo their Mega Evolution, Sceptile into Mega Sceptile, and Alakazam into Mega Alakazam. Now that they both are in their Mega forms, their attack are magnified. Shadow Ball and Energy Ball once again collide, but this time they cancel each other out. Alakazam then unleashes a much more powerful variation of the Psyshock, which causes some massive damage to Sceptile. Sceptile is able to evade most of Alakazam's attack, but Alakazam is also fast in its own right. However, the battle ends after Sceptile is able to charge up a powerful Leaf Storm and overpower Psychic attack, thus taking Alakazam out. But Sceptile is also tired from this battle and is unable to maintain its Mega form. Ash moves in to capture Yusin, but just then a huge army of Rocket Grunts appear behind him. Yusin tells Ash that he was just buying time to gather his team at this point, and now he will have all of Ash's Pokemon, including the Sceptile. All the Grunts sent out their muck, and Sceptile is unable to defeat them and goes down in the battle due to being massively exhausted after such a tough battle against Alakazam. Just as Yusin is about to move, just as Yusin is about to move in and capture Ash's Pokemon, he's hit with a Zap Cannon out of nowhere, which takes him out. Ash notices Silver walking with his Magnezone at hand. He looks at Ash and tells him that this is not his battle. He will be the one to take Team Rocket down, and tells Ash to get on with his journey. Ash follows this advice and retreats to the exit of the cave. Just as he is at the exit, he notices a battle going on. It's Jackson, and he's battling Draco, using his Meganium and Ampharos. The battle comes to a close as Ampharos is able to defeat both of them at the same time, unleashing a powerful Draco Meteor, thus eliminating the last two of Jackson's Pokemon and eliminating him from the tournament itself. Draco tells Ash that he will meet him at the Pokemon League, and he leaves. Ash consoles Jackson and tells him that there is always next time. And Jackson tells Ash to be careful around Draco, as his Salamence was able to defeat his whole team all at once, and this worries Ash a bit. Defeating 6 Pokemon at once is certainly an impressive feat. Ash exits the cave to find only 2 trainers present there, Draco and Ethan. Ethan greets Ash and tells him that he is impressed by how quickly Ash was able to make it out of the cave. And Ash asks Ethan if he was the first one here, which he confirms. Just then, the Proctor asks if these are all the trainers that have made out so far, and then a huge explosion takes place at the entrance of the cave. Silver exits the cave with Magnezone in hand, revealing having defeated the entire Rocket army all by himself. The Proctor concludes the tournament by saying that only 4 trainers have made out of Victory Road, and this is a record, as in the previous years, not more than 1 trainer had made out, and this called for a tournament. Lance walks out and tells them that they will battle right here, right now, and the winner of this mini tournament will be the one to challenge the Elite Four. There will be 2 battles right now, and 1 battle tomorrow, which will be a full battle. For the battles that are to be taken place right now, the trainers will battle with whatever Pokemon they have on hand, and this worries Ash a bit, as his Milotic, Sceptile, and Dragalge are already fainted, so that means he has to battle with Dunsparce, Garchomp, and Tyranitar. The matches are drawn, and it is revealed that Silver will be battling against Ethan, and for the second semi-finals, Ash will be battling against Draco. And guys, that's where I will be ending this part. Sorry if it was a bit shorter, but I think that there are a lot of, because I'm using Canvas, a free website, so they have like a limitation on the number of slides, and this slide had already crossed 63. So and I was limited to 100 slides, so I don't think that I would have been able to fit both these battles in just 37 slides. So that's why I will be ending this part here, right here. Don't worry, the next part will be out uh, out relatively quicker. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching and God bless.